My colleague joins us live from Parliament to tell us a little bit more about this. Dibyendu, can you tell us the key points? I've mentioned some of them of Prime Minister Modi's speech, but just tell us about the tone and tenor of how it was today compared to what it was like when he spoke in the Lok Sabha as well.
Well, Gautam, if you look at the tone and tenor, it was, I could see that the Prime Minister was more in an attacking mode today towards the Congress. He teared open the opposition's allegation on multiple things that the opposition had been making in both the Houses of Parliament, and not just in Parliament but also outside the House of the Parliament. Of course, it was almost, a 90-minute, in fact, a little over 90-minute long speech in both the houses, in the Lok Sabha as well as today in the Rajya Sabha. Also, it was about a 93-minute long speech of the Prime Minister while he was addressing on the motion of thanks to the President's address. Currently, Gautam, the motion is being put to vote in the Rajya Sabha, and of course, if we talk about the certain points that, of course, could be highlighted from the Prime Minister's speeches. Of course, when he spoke about Viksit Bharat, throughout his speech, he did speak about how his government is committed towards fulfilling the promise of Viksit Bharat. He elucidated on the commitment of his government of Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. He has spoken about multiple the multiple policies that the government have been making on over the last 10 years to include every section of society in the positive governance of the country. So, of course, these are some of the key highlights that the government, in fact, that the Prime Minister made on the floor of the upper house, highlighting and elucidating his government's measures and his government's efforts towards including everybody, be it the weaker section of the society, be it the minorities, be it the transgenders, be it the Divyangs. So he also explained how the Congress over the last many years during their rule, they had excluded the SCs, the STs, and also he highlighted about how the OBC Commission was not being given constitutional right under the Congress government, and how this government under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi made it a constitutional body. So, of course, laying out bare facts about the government's commitment towards Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas over the last 10 years that the government, that this government has in place, and also tearing apart the opposition's allegation on several issues that it has been raising both in the Parliament and outside the Parliament. Gautam.
Yes, certainly. So, in terms of how he particularly attacked the Congress, Dibyendu, do you feel that he also mentioned certain points that he had not taken up when he had made this motion of thanks to the President's address in the other house?
Gautam, today's speech of the Prime Minister was, of course, much more fiery, much more fierce on the attack on the Congress than it was in the lower house in Lok Sabha. Today, he did speak about giving multiple examples about how Congress stifled, particularly when he spoke about emergency. He did mention about how during the emergency, Kishore Kumar, prominent singer, as well as prominent actor Devanand, was taken off air from Doordarshan as well as All India Radio because they disagreed with the Congress and objected to the imposition of emergency, and how the government not just stifled a popular actor and singer but also the people of this country. So, of course, he was very, very fierce when he launched his attack on the Congress party, and he also mentioned about how particularly how the Congress did not respect Ambedkar during his time, and how the Congress deliberately made Ambedkar lose elections. So, of course, his attack on the Congress, Gautam, today was much more fierce.
Yes, it did seem that way, and it seems that the Prime Minister was also upbeat about the prospects of his party in the upcoming election counting day as well for Delhi elections on a Saturday. Let's see what that brings forth. Thanks a lot for joining us for the time being.